In Scotland, they used to say, if a horse stands alone on the shore of a lake, you should not approach it. Not because it is wild, not because it makes noise, but because some things appear peaceful before they pull you into the water. Welcome to ARKANASI knowledge from the shadows of time. The Kelpie is one of the most well-known figures in Scottish folklore. It is described as a water spirit that inhabits lakes, rivers, lochs, and dark moorlands. In most stories, the Kelpie appears as a horse, large and powerful, with a deep black coat that glistens as if still wet, as though it has just emerged from the water. At first glance, the Kelpie does not appear dangerous. It stands calmly at the water's edge, silent and still. And that calmness is exactly what makes it deadly. Many legends tell of people encountering the Kelpie without suspicion. A beautiful animal, alone, quiet, some climb onto its back. Others reach out and touch its fur. But at that moment, it is already too late. According to legend, the Kelpie's skin is unnaturally sticky. Anyone who touches it cannot easily pull away. The creature uses this to drag its victims into the water, not violently, not suddenly, but relentlessly. In the dark depths of the lochs, the encounter ends in death. Some tales even claim that the Kelpie devours its victims and casts what remains back onto the shore. These disturbing images were not created for shock alone. They were meant to warn, to leave an impression that could not be forgotten. To understand why these stories emerged, we must look at the world in which they were born. Before warning signs existed, before currents were understood, before nature seemed predictable, Scotland's waters were deadly. Icy temperatures could paralyze the body within seconds. Bogs appeared solid, yet swallowed people without a trace. Invisible currents carried immense force beneath the surface. When people disappeared, there were no explanations, no bodies, no answers. The Kelpie gave these dangers a face. It made the invisible visible. It explained why one should never approach the water alone, why beauty can deceive, and why caution was essential for survival. For children and young people especially, the Kelpie was not a fairy tale. It was a warning. If you are interested in ancient legends, and want to understand mythology not as fiction, but as a reflection of how people once understood the world, consider subscribing to ARKANASI. The Kelpie does not always appear as a horse. In some stories, it takes human form. A stranger near the water, a friendly presence, someone who seems trustworthy. Yet small details often reveal its true nature. Its hair remains damp, even in dry weather. Its gaze feels cold. And sometimes, it is said, its feet are not feet at all, but hooves. This idea is not unique to Scotland. In Scandinavian folklore, there is the knock, a spirit that lures people into the water with music. In ancient mythology, sirens used beauty and song to lead sailors to their deaths. While Celts represent longing and transformation, the Kelpie embodies something else entirely. Not desire, but deception. It does not attack. It waits. It exploits trust. With the spread of Christianity, the Kelpie's image changed. What was once a nature spirit became a demonic figure. Its animal form, its hooves, and its association with water were linked to the devil. Yet this reinterpretation did not change its core meaning. The Kelpie is a boundary between land and water, between trust and danger, between life and death. That is why the legend survives, not as a monster story, but as a memory. A reminder that not everything that appears peaceful is harmless. If you enjoyed this video, support ARKANASI with a like. It helps make this knowledge visible to others. And feel free to write in the comments which being we should explore next. ARKANASI, knowledge from the shadows of time.